everybody, Paint Pouring Sandy here. I know it's been a little while since I've brought you a video, but in this video, what I want to do is show you a different technique that I want to try out. I have already spread out my white paint over my 11 by 14 stretched canvas here. And what I'm going to do tonight is, instead of a dirty pour cup, I am actually going to use one of these really fat smoothie or boba tea straws, and I am going to cut out a chunk of this here. If I can actually get it cut. There we go. And I'm going to use this as my dirty pour cup because I really kind of want my colors to be delicate on here. So I'm going to use this here as my dirty pour, and I'm just going to put down some more white paint around the edges of this here because I want to create a nice little vacuum right there until I'm ready to actually start spreading this. I've got some paints that I've already pre-mixed with my float trowel, and I've put a few drops of my spot on silicone oil in here as well. So what I'm going to do is, in this little straw, I'm just going to put a few drops of each of these colors in here. And I think that we can probably create something really pretty cool in here. And what I'm doing is just putting a few drops of each of these colors in here to essentially create my dirty pour cup. Put a few drops of the white back in there. My goal is not to completely fill up this straw, by the way. I just want, like I said, a few drops of each of these colors in here. And this is my gold, which I am going to use a stir here to put my few drops in here. All right. Just those few other drops of white in there. And I'm going to just add some more white along here. Again, I want to flood my canvas with white, just because I want to make sure that this can flow well here. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift this ever so slightly. That was pretty cool. And I'm going to put a few more drops in here. So let's see if we can get this one spread back out here. That was fun. Set that one back down. And I'm just gonna put like one more of each of my colors back in here. Alright. So now I'm just going to take my straw and I'm going to blow this back out. I've got just a few spots here where some of my dried paint has kind of fallen into my white. And I just want to take that out. So right here, I can see that some of my white has dried or started to form a little bit of a skin, and I can actually see little bits of my canvas poking through. So I don't have enough white there for my paint to actually spread, so I can actually see where it's stopping. So what I want to do is add some white back to that area. And carefully with my cake spreader here, try and smooth this back out just a little bit here. So now I can blow my paint back into that area and it'll actually have somewhere to go. I'm hoping that y'all can see this, but the paint has actually kind of gone under the white a little bit. And so what I'm doing by blowing into this is I'm bringing that color up by kind of spreading that white out. So I'm getting the color to kind of come through and create these really delicate little tendrils right here, which I'm in love with right now, by the way. I'm loving this. If you'll notice, I kind of shake my straw as I blow, and the reason why is because then I can actually shape my little tendrils and wisps that I'm getting here, which is what I love. So it's a personal style that I choose to use. You might find that you like a different, you know, way for your paint to spread, but if I do this, then that's how I get these shapes. And again, I can kind of see that some of my white is thinning out a little bit here, so I want to add some white back to my piece by reflooding it, so that way, again, my paint, as I'm blowing it, is going to have somewhere to actually go. And for the purpose of tonight's piece, I have not put any white down on the sides of my piece, just because I don't really intend this one to flow off the edges. This one's going to be quite a bit more delicate than some of the other pieces I've done in the past. I'm also trying to be thoughtful in how I'm blowing out my colors, because while I do get some of the more milky colors where the white, especially like around these edges, is really kind of blending in with the colors, I have these beautiful, really bright pops of color right here that I really want to keep, especially like this part in the middle and then some of these right here. So I'm just being thoughtful in how I'm blowing and not just, you know, just blowing for the sake of blowing. I'm trying to, like I said, create a certain look here where I do want some of those really bright pops of color to come through. I want this to definitely stay delicate, but at the same token, you know, I want just some of that contrast with that really bright, bright colors to show through. All right. So I am actually going to step away from this piece now, because I could literally keep going and, you know, keep spreading this out and spreading this out, but I'm afraid that if I continue to do that, I'm going to lose the delicacy of this, or the, you know, how delicate that this piece is, and I don't want to lose that. So many of my pieces tend to be just inundated with color, and I really like the kind of fragile, like I said, delicate look of this. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna step away from this. The only thing I'm going to do is touch up a few spots of where my white paint is kind of thinning out here. And then, like I said, I'm gonna step away from it and let it dry. And hopefully in the morning, I'll be able to get a picture of, or, you know, a video of this and show y'all what it looks like when it's dry. I'm really hoping that I can keep the bright vibrancy of some of these colors in here to really contrast and pop against some of the more muted colors with the white. So stay tuned and I will show you what this looks like as it's dry. All right. So this is less than 24 hours post-pour. I poured this at about 2 o'clock in the morning. It is now about 6 o'clock in the evening, and this is totally dry now. You can see this here, all these really beautiful cells here. I absolutely love them. I do want to say thank y'all so much for watching. If you have not had a chance to like, comment, or subscribe, I greatly appreciate that. But I always like to show you all these pieces once they're done. So I do hope that you were able to learn something with this technique. Using that straw gave me some really delicate lines here, really fine and intricate, so I really love this piece. So again, like I said, if you've not had a chance to like, comment, or subscribe to my channel, I greatly appreciate it. I do love interacting with my fans and finding out what y'all enjoy seeing as well. So even if you don't speak English, please don't hesitate to reach out. I do my best to translate and, like I said, communicate with my fans. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this and look for more pieces to come.